Teacher leaves room. The class. Civilization's looking for a good location for a city. Literally anywhere else. Swamps. People who know Catherine Howard's last request before her execution. Image if you don't know. Image if you know. Good morning, soldiers. Today, at 11 the armistice will be in effect. Oh, so we'll just hang around the trench on guard duty and stay cool till lunch, right? Fix bayonets. When Ottoman Sultan Abdülmecid tries to donate £10,000 to help save Irish peasants starving in the Great Famine. Queen Victoria, we don't do that here. Freaking British tried to kill our language. Speaks in Pictish. Shut up. The moon landing was faked because the US wanted to win the space race against the USSR. The USSR publicly admitted they weren't even in the space race in the first place. Civil War ends. US Army, I don't want to play with you anymore. A functioning socialist government. The CIA. When you love Japanese history, but you keep getting called a weeb, even though you've never watched anime before. Never ask a woman her age, a man, his salary, your Moroccan grandpa, what he did in Italy. France realizing that they basically gave birth to their #1 rival. Wait a minute. Those who don't know, those who know. Tsar Nicholas II of Russia and King George V of England. What are you thinking about? Trafalgar and Jutland are just 111 years apart. Oh frick. If you're innocent you will drown, if not you're a witch, but how do I survive? That's the neat part, you don't. Japanese warlords, when the funny looking Portuguese that sells them muskets start talking about a bearded guy called Jesus. I like your words, Magic Gaijin. Vietnam spending 50 years fighting France, the US, China, Cambodia, the Philippines, and itself, and still somehow surviving. No empire has ever rivaled the glory of Rome. Treaty of Versailles starts to be written in English. French delegation. Ukrainians, Tatars, Poles, Chechens and Ingush. The USSR. Gunshots. Why would capitalism do this? People calling Wyoming progressive for being the first US state to allow women to vote. Wyoming just wanting enough votes to get statehood and representation in the US Congress. You know, this telegram seems fake, like a plot to get us to join the Entente. Nah, it's legit. I wrote it. Mom, can we buy armored vehicles? We already have armored vehicles at home. Armored vehicles at home. When Pol Pot does a much dreamed communist revolution in your country, but you remember you wear glasses. Roman statues when they were built. Roman statues today. France after kicking the Turns out of Algeria. You have freed us. Oh, I wouldn't say freed, more like under new management. I finally found it, after 208 years. The Scroll of Truth. There was at least one Canadian soldier at the burning of Washington. Niet. The ad. The product. Me. The Fall of the Ottomans. The Epic of Gilgamesh. The Bible. Average sharp weapons enjoyer. Average big stick fans. Steven Spielberg on his way to trigger a bunch of World War II veterans PTSD. How people thinks the city Sparta looked like. How the city actually looked like. Jokes about another country's history. Your country's history. Nikola Tesla claiming to have made a death ray. Yeah, that makes sense. Antonio Longoria claiming to have made a death ray. Yeah, I can see that. Archimedes being claimed to created a death ray. What the F? Miklas Horthy Karl von Habsburg. I want to be king. Then why did you abdicate in the first place? Someone. The British Empire was the biggest empire of all time. Me an intellectual. When you accidentally insult Chinese emperor, I'm once again asking for your 4-generation heads. Hessians, taking a break from the war to celebrate Christmas. George Washington. English being surprised at Americans wanting independence after imposing every tax imaginable. Marcus Aurelius Meditations page 36 be like, I don't know who needed to hear this, but whatever you're going through, it's your fault. When do we get some famine relief? That's the neat part, you don't. I'm punk so I must rebel. I'm Asian so I must like maths. I dye my hair crazy colors, so I must be looking for attention. I'm a Praetorian guardsman, so I must assassinate my emperor. You're not Indians? Nap, you're Indians. Unhated presidents, annual meeting. Not hated, just forgotten. Never ask a woman her age. A man, his salary. A Finn how they can make chickens a weapon. Belgian farmer accidentally moves French border, makes France smaller. The British. We will watch your career with great interest. Sparta thinking it can be sassy. Philip II. Canada in Canadian history books. Canada in American history books. Canada in every other history book. Monday motivation be like, if you think you are powerless, think about how this goofy ass land beat one of the biggest countries in Europe. Borders in Europe drawn by Europeans. Borders in Africa drawn by Europeans. Poland in most history books. West help us, we will try. Poland in reality. Germany doesn't have a sense of humor. Germans, mouse, Goliath. Video games don't cause violence. Violence causes video games. Some guy going about his day in Halifax. 2 boats just offshore. India in 1949. Japan when the rest of the world hates them. Their economy is ruined and 2 of their cities got nuked. Gifting Japan 2 elephants to cheer them up. The Germans. We have kidnapped your son. Stalin. We beheaded Pompey for you. Caesar. Aston Martin every 5 minutes throughout the entire 20th century. In terms of money, we have no money. Oh crap, I took both pills and now I'm stuck in Waterloo, 1815. The Scottish Highlands. The Appalachian Mountains. Mormons today, well hello there neighbor. Mormons in the 1800s. Stay out of my territory. Budapest. Budapest. When you realize the colonists had the high ground in the Battle of Bunker Hill but still lost. Plato's Cave. Plato's Rave. 5 stars. Wow, this giant wooden horse is great. Review updated. 1 star. Okay, what the F? The Balkans anytime there's a conflict. Geneva Conventions. Geneva Suggestions. I bet he's thinking about other women. It's kinda weird that throwing an apple in someone's face was considered flirting in ancient Greece. 40,000 Ottomans attack and lay siege to Malta. The 1,900 soldiers led by 600 knights hospital are defending the island. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. When you're waiting for orders from your generals, but all you hear on the radio is polka music. Bay, hey, come over. Me, I can't. I'm in East Germany. Bay, but my parents aren't home. Me. Emperor Narrow, my closest advisor. I'm running out of candles. Do you know anyone who can get me some more? Aphonius Tigellinus. Better Call Saul. Americans nowadays congratulating Morocco for being the first country to recognize their independence. Morocco who did it so they could avoid naval treaties with Britain and start pirating American ships. Still can't believe he's gone. This Christmas will be our 1746th without Emperor Aurelian. My idea of sharing the bed. My partner's idea of sharing the bed. Other countries declaring independence, we've fought tooth and nail for years, yearning for this day, and we are so grateful that it has finally come. Singapore declaring independence. I guess. I finally found it, after 15 years. The Scroll of Truth. The Falklands are British. Argentines. Niet. Poland exists. A random country every 100 years. Is for me. Who are you? Epic Southeast Asian civilization that vanished leaving monumental architecture. Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down? Putin to meet Cuban president next week in Moscow. Ah crap, here we go again. Thank you for watching this video. Tune in at 5 PM British time for a video of changing topic, and at 7 PM for daily juicy memes. Check out my Discord server using the link in the description. Also be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you didn't already.